Hey, it's Bill. And this is 3 Questions and a Song, episode number 34. With me tonight are the guys from Shock Frenzy out of Cleveland, Ohio. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. Thanks for having us.
They're taking a moment out of their time. They're getting ready to stream live later tonight at is it 8:30? Is that the correct time?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ish.
And ish, yeah. That's how that works. This was supposed to be 7. It's 7:15.
So it's still ish. We're good.
That's right. And that's on your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Yes.
So facebook.com/Shock Frenzy.
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay. So for those of you that have not watched 3 Questions and a Song or listened to it in the past, it's very simple. It's 3 questions and a song.
I like it.
Self-explanatory. Perfect.
You explain that.
I'm terrible at naming things. All right, so it's pretty much a run and gun. I'll ask a question, they'll answer it, and I'll ask the next question, and we just keep rolling with it.
Beautiful.
Before I do that, though, could you guys introduce yourselves? Tell us what you do in the band.
Tad Clark, the lead guitar player.
Paul, singer and bass player.
I'm Matt. I play the drums.
I'm Andy, rhythm guitar, backup vocals.
Okay, here we go. First question for Shock Frenzy is, what has been your most memorable moment while being part of Shock Frenzy?
That's an easy one.
That's an easy one.
Easy. Headed to Hollywood, playing the Whiskey A Go-Go.
Twice.
You know, and I'm just going to throw in too, because right before the whiskey, we got to play with Striper. And it was a huge crowd in Cleveland here at the Agora. And it was Tad's first go with us.
First show.
So, you know, I think they're equivalents, right? You know, you get to play the whiskey, it's famous. But us getting up there, fresh and excited with a new member, and I think about 1,200 people at the Striper show, that was phenomenal too. Yeah. The new era.
Question 2. That disappeared on me. Yay. Hold on a second.
We're so good that the questions
They just said, I have no further questions.
Well, see, usually I have it on 2 different screens, but tonight I was rushed, so I didn't make that happen. All right. So question 2 is, if you could invite any musician to be featured on your next song, who would you contact and why?
You want to go round robin here? Ted, you got one?
I'd say, Joe the Stay from Bang Tango. We played with him several times, and he's actually joined the band for a song before. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sebastian Bach. I always thought he'd be awesome front man. No.
And
Fixing
actually,
you're still on bass.
you're going to laugh because we didn't talk about this answer, and I know we went round robin, but I was thinking, we've done a lot of shows. Sebastian Bach's done his solo stuff. The shows have always been fun. The guy's still got his pipes and his stage presence. So, yes, I would step right back, closer to my amp, play bass on that one, and I'm right with Andy.
And I'm right with Andy and Paul. I think Sebastian Bach to come in and sing one of our songs with his. We've always been a fan of his, and his voice is probably one of the best rock has ever seen in that era. And
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it in band practice before. We've been joking around with Paul saying, you're out. We're having Sebastian come in next week.
Gladly. That's all I got to say. That sort of experience, I would gladly take it.
It would just be cool to hear pipes like that. Nothing against Paul because,
I got my range. I know my range, but yeah, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, this might be the time to reach out because he's probably just as bored as the rest of the bands.
right.
Yeah, they do those videos where you could have a celebrity, say happy birthday to you or whatever. Maybe he'd just be like, I can do a 4-minute song. We're cool.
Just make sure he sees his podcast.
Yeah.
We'll tag.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
We'll tag him in it.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank you.
So we're gonna play your song "Fuel to Fire." What can you tell me about that track?
It
Started with a riff.
And it's basically it's a party song. It's about being young and partying through the night every night. Just
Waking up and going again, and
eventually you're burning yourself out. is really what the song's about.
Yeah, we're trying not to focus on that side of it too much, but it is mentioned. A little more of the hair metal feel. You know, we've got some heavier stuff as of late, but that goes back to the earlier stuff we were doing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It pops and, you know, it bounces along. And it feels like it's a 2-minute song when we're playing it, I'll tell you.
You could hear it live in about an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a watch party for you guys once you go live. So I'll throw it up on Build the Scene.
Bill. Thanks,
Awesome.
Bill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a moment and we're gonna listen to Fuel to Fire. Those of you that are watching live, you're gonna have to go to the website on Monday to hear the song, or watch them stream it live here in about an hour. And if you are tuned in and listening to it on one of our affiliate web stations or the FM station. Sorry, that's the wrong podcast. That's PA Rock Show. if you're tuned in to Build the Scene, you can go find them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Shock Frenzy, and go to their live videos and see it on a replay.
Awesome.
Okay, so now we're going to come back in. That was Fuel to Fire by Shock Frenzy. You can find them at shockfrenzy.com. Up next for them, I have a question for them from Jozey the Corruption. And you'll be able to tell that they actually know each other a little bit. Okay, so Jozey's question is, how do you guys keep it fresh? You heard it.
Well, we each put our little input into it, you know, and
Nothing's really changed. I mean, we really haven't approached the songwriting process any differently than we ever have. It's just starts with a riff and an idea, and not just one of us work on it. It's like a collaboration within the band. It's just everybody throws their input into it,
And we don't rush it.
we don't rush it.
We don't rush it. You know, we don't want things sounding the same,
try to
repetitive.
keep it different, you know.
Yeah.
And I think what Tad just said there is actually what I was going to say is that we re-released all of our stuff, you know, through all the digital streaming sites recently. And if you listen to the songs that are on there, it's a beautiful thing because you know they're all Shock Frenzy, but you know, some like Fuel of Fire a little more to the hair metal bend. Other ones are a little more hard rock, even Metallica-ish.
Whatever comes out, comes out. You know, it's
And we don't try to stay to a style or a genre, but because of that, you know it's a Shock Frenzy song.
We like to keep it heavy, you know.
And that leaves us open to just explore stuff. So that's a beautiful thing.
Hey, so where can the listeners find you guys online? Like, where can they download music, buy music, find some swag?
Well, we're available, all of our stuff through any distribution site, iTunes, Amazon,
Google Play.
Spotify, any distribution site that of your preference.
Whether that be like Reverb Nation for like the free stuff, right? Or
Reverb Nation has a few of our songs
Yeah.
streaming. Our websites right now, you know, you can get it at www.shockfrenzy.com. You know, this right now it needs to be updated. You know, with the COVID stuff and like that. We've got, you know, it has shows on there, which obviously isn't canceled.
Just to be clear though, the Shock Frenzy website does not have a virus. It's just our drummer has not updated. Let's be clear. But if you want to wear gloves while you're surfing the web,
Our website got the COVID, and no, it'll be updated soon. But anywhere, you can go to CD Baby. You can do iTunes. You can do Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, anything, whatever your preference is. We have our official website. We're on Facebook, Shock Frenzy, Facebook, shockfrenzy.com. If you Google Shock Frenzy, you'll get link after link after link about what we've done in the past, what we're doing in the future.
Yeah.
Pictures of our ugly faces.
And actually, if you want to see our ugly faces in motion, I mean,
Videos.
YouTube definitely. If you
YouTube.
search for Shock Frenzy, you know, folks that have uploaded from shows. We've done a few, but I mean, you know, there's some stuff up there as well.
Live at the whiskey.
There's some actual official videos up there of a couple songs.
Yeah.
Cool. And as of today, you can go to buildthescene.com and request Fuel to Fire on the radio station.
Appreciate that, Bill.
And we'll appreciate the listeners checking that out.
Build the Scene rocks.
Hey, so I need two more things from you guys. The first is I need you to tell me the question that you have for Ray Powers on the next episode.
Well, our question for Ray is, does he prefer playing music, being an artist, or does he prefer working with the bands through his record label, or
Yeah. On the production
on
side.
his production side? Yeah, would he?
What's more satisfying to him, the production side or the entertain, like the performance?
Yeah, performing in front of an audience, or
And the last thing I have for you guys is a bonus question. And that is, give me one embarrassing moment that you've had on stage together.
Oh, can I go with this, guys?
go ahead.
Ted, you weren't on this one, but I still have to bring it up. Our first show at Shock Frenzy, we played at a bar. I won't mention names, but
Stripper pole.
yeah, it basically was a dance club most of the time. So there was this little platform, and there was the stripper pole. I, at the time, was married, and my wife at the time decided that I needed to have as many beers in front of me as possible. So we split our show up into 2 sets. The second set, and I'm going to quote or paraphrase one of our friends that was there. At the time, I was only singing, but it looked as if I was holding onto the stripper pole, afraid that I would go into orbit if I let go. And, lots of pictures that prove that I did really look like I was holding on for dear life. That's at least mine.
If it wasn't for that pole, you wouldn't have been able to finish the show.
It was his lifeline.
Yeah.
Anybody else have one they want to share?
Well,
Embarrassing.
Ted, actually, if we got the moment, I'd like to say about our show where you were not like the mentor show.
Yeah, it wasn't embarrassing, but it was kind of funny.
Oh.
And we still rip on.
I still think it's great.
Yeah, pulled the Axl Rose.
Yeah.
yeah, just
The sound was so bad at this show that we couldn't hear each other up on stage. Paul's mic actually cut out a couple
The
times.
entire
my
verse.
guitar cut
And you
out.
couldn't even hear him singing that out in the crowd or up on stage. And towards the end of the show, and actually I want to admit, Ted beat me to it. My monitor behind me, all I heard was static. I was basically watching Andy's hands go to find out, realize where we were playing.
While the sound guy's on his phone.
Well, the sound guy was on his phone.
So, Ted, what did you do when it was supposed to be the long extended solo of the last song we play that goes out with a bang?
I set my guitar down, walked off stage, went down into the audience.
And stood there and watched us.
So that was more embarrassing for the club, but it's still a great story. So we had to throw that in.
And I was kind of,
Sebastian Bach chick was kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, it was more rock and roll.
Yeah, that was definitely rock and roll.
yeah, and nobody was mad.
Maybe not
We
PG-13.
were more.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was more pissed because Tad beat me to it because I had the thought right before he do it of just stop playing and getting up and walking off
It was
because it was that bad.
Horrendous.
It was just that bad.
So don't check
So-
us out there. We're not going to mention the name of the place.
Yeah.
They're not there.
Yeah, not there anymore.
Okay, guys, I want to thank you for coming on, and everyone who is tuned in right now, make sure you check them out on Facebook tonight at 8:30. That's May 29th. If you do not see the little live bubble up in the corner, that means that you're watching a replay. So you can go watch their replay on facebook.com/shockfrenzy. Thanks, guys.
hey,
Thank
well,
you.
thanks
Thank
for
you so
having us.
much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Rock on.